Hydrotherapy, now that was interesting. Attached to the swimming pool area was the hydrotherapy room, and we learned to use different pressures of water for different parts of the body. I never actually used it on a patient, but we tried it on ourselves as students, and it was very precise about how many pounds per square inch you could jet the water at the person. It was okay on the back, but when it came around to the front, you had to be very gentle. I can't remember the actual figures, but that impressed me. Also, what you don't see now in pools is we always had to walk through a trough that had disinfectant in it, and that also had its own smell. The gymnasium was very well fitted out. It was a complete gymnasium with monkey bars and what do you call that? Grid that pulls out from the wall and you wind yourself in and out. You don't know. We were very, very fit. Miss Gray was our gym teacher. She was elegant and gorgeous. Miss Hislop. Miss Hislop had been trained as a medical masseuse and medical gymnast, and had served in the Egypt during the Second World War. Was a very mannish woman, always wore a straight skirt, shirt and tie, and always called us by our surnames. She was some sort of person I'd never met before, but she had a heart of gold. If something was going wrong in your life and you confessed to Miss Hislop, Gwen Hislop, that things weren't too good, she'd take you aside and really help you sort things out. Otherwise, she was fairly gruff. Somerville, come here. Things like that. While I was a student, a second year student, I had to apply for leave because my father was getting married. And we queued up every morning to be checked on the roll and to ask for any leave. So I asked Miss Hislop, would it be all right if I had 4 days off, as I wanted to go to my father's wedding. And she looked at me over the top of her glasses and she said, it's a bit late for that, isn't it, Somerville? So that was Gwen Hislop. She lived with her elderly mother and cared for her until her mother died. I don't know when Gwen went, but she's certainly one of the guiding stars of my physiotherapy life. Just skipping a bit along, in our third year we were sent to other hospitals for different sort of experience, and I came to Wellington Hospital, and the students' physiotherapy department was underneath Ward 3, and Ward 3 was the eye ward. So what intrigued us there was this room, which was 10 feet by 12 feet, whatever that is metrically, which was all enclosed in chicken netting. And inside the room were the shortwave diathermy machines, which were not controlled. You actually had to work out the wavelength yourself. And the reason they were inside the wire netting cages was because every time physiotherapists used shortwave diathermy, they interfered with the radio communications of the aeroplanes that were flying overhead. And I guess, did that happen in Britain as well? Yeah, so that's, people are intrigued when I tell them about that. Of course, is shortwave diathermy used now to heat people up? I hope not, I've got 2 tin hips. Yeah, just thinking back, my training was a little bit of, I heard about long wave diathermy, I saw the instrument that was used, and by the time I finished I was using lasers and things like that. So that's a huge difference in electrical equipment. But I still think the laying on of hands is the one that reassures people most.